It is my distinct honor and privilege to be officiating at this 37th graduation ceremony of the Joint Command and Staff course here at one of our country's premier military institution, the Zimbabwe Staff College. This graduation ceremony is occurring against a backdrop when our region and the continent are re-examining the approaches to peace and security in Africa. In the past, the security and defense infrastructure and architecture were central cogs in the liberation struggles against colonial and racist regimes in our region. Today, this strategic sector is of fundamental importance in the maintenance of national sovereignty and territorial integrity. It is equally integral in advancing sustainable economic and social development, not only in our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe, but within the SADC region and Africa continent as a whole. Presently, our broader security environment in the region is characterized by armed conflicts, terrorism, as well as the proliferation and illicit trafficking in small arms and light weapons also. There is an increase in organized transnational crime during drug trafficking, money laundering, and human trafficking also. The growing frequency of climate change-induced natural disasters remains a core concern in our region. Meanwhile, technology advancements have resulted in greater discoveries of additional rich national resources within our country and on the continent. Regrettably, this has entailed greater interest from those who would want to rob from us our God-given wealth by seeking to manipulate, coerce, infiltrate, and even overthrow our governments. All these, among many others, call for defense and security training, skills and manpower development that speak to the challenges of this contemporary and diverse security environment. Additionally, there are various forms of asymmetrical warfare and due interference in the internal affairs of our countries. Monopolization and the manipulation of the global media space is taking place. It is our weighty duty and obligation as members of the Defense Forces of Zimbabwe, SADC and Africa, to continually enhance the capacity to prevent the subversion of our respective and collective constitutional order and national sovereignty. Our mantra, African solutions to African problems, must remain true for posterity. A country is built and must be defended by its own people. Zimbabwe is not an exception. The responsibility to proffer and implement solutions to propel the peace, security, development, modernization, and prosperity of our country, the SADC region and the African continent lies with all of us, including you, in our defense and security sector. This duty and the weighty obligation should never be taken for granted. Comrades, turning specifically to today's event, I commend the Zimbabwe Defense Forces for the success milestones realized with regards to the demands of skills development. Similarly, it is pleasing to note that the Defense Forces have continued fostering and cementing relations in the sub-region by enrolling students within the African Union. Such wide enrollment and interaction promotes solidarity and facilitates the cross-pollination of ideas and experiences on our continent. The student representation from East Africa is thus a welcome development. As you are aware, seamless defense and security infrastructure go a long way towards ending conflict on the African continent. I applaud the fact that this graduating class had the occasion to embark on external study tours to Côte d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea, Tanzania, and Uganda as part of their geopolitical studies. This is also consistent with the principles of regional integration, solidarity, and cooperation. I hope that the lessons from the tours broadened the students' appreciation of the key drivers of regional security and statecraft. May I thank the various host governments for their kind support and facilitation that made these excursions a resounding success. The participation of Zimbabwe Staff College for the 7th year running in the combined joint African exercise Uhuru in September 2024, along with colleges from Angola, Botswana, Malawi, South Africa, and Zambia, is a reflection of Zimbabwe's commitment to play its part in consolidating and sharpening the requisite skills to plan and conduct peace support operations. Comrades, may I once again emphasize that Africa and our SADC region should scale up multi-pronged strategies to silence the guns on our continent. The astronomical cost of wars and conflicts deprived our people of the much-needed development and prosperity we need. The SADC Mutual Defense Pact, as well as the United Nations Charter, enjoin states to pursue the settlement of international disputes by peaceful means. We have a duty to do so in a manner that regional and international peace, security, and justice are enhanced. In this spirit, I direct the Staff College and other defense and security institutions in our country to diversify the various content of your programs. And to this end, due attention must be given to equip officers with the essential know-how to promote the peaceful settlement of disputes through negotiation, conciliation, mediation, or arbitration for the benefit of our people. Further, In view of the growing negative impact of climate change, it is critically important that the relevant members of our defense forces constantly enhance capabilities around disaster management. The efficient and timely coordination of both internal and regional humanitarian assistance in the aftermath of natural disasters should also be improved. The Zimbabwe Defense Forces is thus exhorted to approach manpower development gaps, training and skills programs from a whole new paradigm. Finally, I am confident that the Joint Command and Staff course has equipped the graduates with the necessary skills to proficiently carry out their constitutional mandate as both commanders and staff. Allow me to thank the People's Republic of China for their continued support to Zimbabwe in general and the Zimbabwe Defense Forces in particular, through the secondment of military instructors to the Zimbabwe Staff College and the Zimbabwe National Defense University. The Minister of Defense, the Commander of Defense Forces, and the service commanders are congratulated for persistently and consistently responding to the manpower development needs of our Zimbabwe Defense Forces. By the same token, gratitude is extended to members of the diplomatic corps accredited to Zimbabwe, speakers from the academia, government, civic society, industry, and commerce who tirelessly have contributed towards the success of the Joint Command and Staff Course number 37 that is graduating today. The Commandant, Zimbabwe Staff College, Brigadier General Dr. Muzidziwa, and your team, we value your contribution. The graduates, I say congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope, to you for the success milestones you have achieved today. The award of your certificates is the beginning of a long and demanding professional journey that lies ahead. Evidence of gained knowledge must be demonstrated in the quality of your outputs and the results at the various stations where you will be deployed. I am confident that you are up to the task. Keep in mind that nyika inovakwa, igotongwa, igonamatirwa, igodzivirirwa neve nevayo.